What's up everybody, I'm Abatage and welcome to One Shot at Symphony. This is a game by Empty Clip Studios, I believe. And it's a music-driven arcade shooter in the vein of games like Beat Hazard or Audio Surf, that sort of thing. It's driven by your music and yeah, it's pretty cool. Which is why I wanted to do this video. It's been out a long time, it's nothing new, but it's a really good one and it's quite different again. And I love these kind of games because I love music and I like being able to play through my own music library. And I like that each of them offers something a little bit different. Like Beat Hazard gives you the kind of twin stick experience. Audio Surf gives you the kind of mouse driven trying to get accuracy and all that kind of thing. And this one gives you the kind of shooty bang bang, lots of cool stuff experience. So we're going to continue, and I've got a filter on at the moment which is just for the Symphony soundtrack because, as you can imagine, even though you can play loads of different tracks and basically anything you own, it's not going to happen in this video because, hey, even the Symphony soundtrack might end up basically getting flagged on YouTube, so let's not bother with that. But as you can see, if we do go to filtering options, I can filter by whatever I like. This is listing my library which I have scanned, so I can go through that and yeah, do stuff. But I'm just going to stick with the Symphony soundtrack. You can filter by artist, album, no filter, whatever. But we're just going to stick with the default tracks that come with this. And let's go to edit ship first because this is kind of a big part of the game. As you play through, you unlock different parts for your ship, and you have this ship that you play through with, and you can basically just adapt and upgrade and do all this sort of stuff. So if we go, we've got 4 different weapons that you can put on. As you can see, this is a scattershot cannon. So it's that dark blue kind of thing that's shooting at different angles all the time. I've also got a Mega Blaster on the right here, which is shooting forwards. I've also got a double cannon Furia on the left here, which shoots left and right. And I've got another Mega Blaster kind of in the middle here on the left. So that's what I'm doing. And all of these you can like re-angle them. So I can angle this one off to the side if I want and have that one blasting out at an angle. I can put it back because I want to. Is that how I had it before? Can't even remember now, but that'll do. And you can angle all these things and change them around, and then you can swap them out for different things. And there's a whole lot of different weapon types and all that kind of stuff, which is great because it means you can customize things to match essentially what your own play style, which is kind of cool. And there's a whole lot of different ones like the subwoofer and stuff, which shoots out these musical notes which hurt dudes. There's a shotgun, which is what you'd expect. There's rockets, which is what you'd expect. And there's lower level blasters and energy cannons and that sort of thing. But this is the setup I've got at the moment, and I'm quite liking it. Let's go and play this one, which is an unplayed song. I like how it tells you which ones are played and which ones are unplayed. As you play through, you collect points, kudos, and inspiration. So you can see if I want to unlock this double cannon, which we'll do right now, just to see if it'll cost us 70,000 inspiration points. So let's unlock that item. Yay, item unlocked. And so that will give us, where are we? That double cannon that you can see in the picture there. I've already got one of those, so I'm not too fussed. You can see it's a level 1, it's a weapon, and it does 300 damage. You need multiples of the same if you want to equip multiples of the same, because you basically, as you unlock weapons, you then, once you use it, you can't use it on anything else. So you don't like unlock a type of weapon, you unlock an actual weapon that you can put on your ship. But let's go through one that we haven't played before, or that I haven't played before, I guess. So it'll quickly analyze the song. You can choose difficulty levels, so you can do beginner, regular, challenge, and then it goes on as you unlock. And it'll tailor the track and you'll get better points and all that kind of thing, depending on what you pick. Let's just do regular. And we've got a chance to customize our ship again. And here, and this is entirely mouse driven, so I can move with my mouse and then I hold down the left mouse button to fire. And as you can see, it's fairly kind of what you'd expect, I think. Like, it's a music-driven game. All the enemies and everything are built based on the track that you've selected, and the speed and everything is based on the track that you selected. I don't know if the shooting is. It doesn't seem like the shooting actually is changed, other than perhaps the subwoofer power, which does go off the subwoofer or the bass of the track. But as you can see right now, I'm shooting left and right, I'm shooting up and down, I'm collecting all these different pickups that we've got going on. And there's a nice little spectral kind of readout at the top there of the track. And there's just so much visual feedback in this that it's really, really cool. So I think it's a lot of fun. Especially, you know, think about cranking your music up, playing tracks that you love and that you know and that you really want to play. I mean, the default tracks, like the soundtrack for Symphony, which is what we're playing through, or at least what this track is from, it's not bad. It's typical kind of music you'd expect to get on a default setting for this sort of game. It's usually like, you know, techno-y, dancey type stuff, and I'm a fan of pretty much every genre of music. There's always something in each genre that I like, so it doesn't bother me or anything. But if you really like, say, I don't know, ska, for some reason, then you can play that, and it's perfectly fine, and it's doable, and, you know, there's no reason why you can't do it, because it's a music-based game, so that's what's cool about it, and that's what I like about it. It's so customizable, and it's so, like, tailored to your own music and all that kind of stuff, which adds a lot to the, I guess, enjoyment of the game. But having said that, this game is also very good in its own right, and I really enjoy the way that it deals with the visual feedback on screen. I just got killed, which is not good. Too busy talking and not paying attention. But I really like the amount of visual feedback you get. There's lots of like stuff going on. There's stuff blowing up, and there's power-ups glowing, and, you know, a whole lot of different things going on all over the place. And I like how there's lots of different enemy types, and they all break apart as they get shot and that sort of thing. At least the bigger ones do. There's bombs you can pick up and explode things. There's musical notes which give you, I think, something. Definitely adds to your score, and you can build chains and that sort of thing, and yeah, it's really cool. And I like the way it deals with damage as well. Like, as you get hit, different parts of your ship disappear, so you don't necessarily die flat straight away from one shot, which is kind of cool because you might lose weapons in that process. And if there's more little dudes that come out, I'll try and show you that. Let's hit one of these guys. So see, now I don't have my left and right shooty weapon because I just destroyed the part of my ship that it was sitting on, which I think is a nice feature. So then I can pick up this sort of stuff and rebuild it again, which is, again, a nice feature. So in a lot of the harder kind of settings and that sort of stuff, it's very, it really challenges you a lot, because you can get hit a few times, no worries, but as you get hit, you get weaker. So to climb back up to being a full strength ship of awesome, you have to really work a bit harder because you're weaker and you don't have as many weapons, and you have to basically work a lot harder to get there, which is nice. And I think that's it for the level. But yeah, it's very responsive, it looks really cool, it sounds as good as the music is going to sound, so that's always a given with these sorts of games. It's going to be good. And then when you unlock stuff, you unlock a new item and that sort of thing. So when you finish a track, rather. So let's continue. This will give us a rundown. We destroyed 99.4% of enemies. We lost 2.5 grand on one death. Previous target, we haven't played it before, so it's not going to give us our previous score. Difficulty was piano, which is how they just rate it, so that's a regular difficulty. I hit 2 targets, so it means I'll get star ratings for that, which means I'll get kudos. Score, this is the first time I played, so that's my score, whatever the equation is. Just for the leaderboard, my rank is 642 out of 777, so not very good, because this is I guess a lot of people would have played this track. You can replay, you can change the difficulty, you can choose a new song, all that kind of thing. So, yeah. It's got a lot of stuff there, and there's a lot of stuff to go through. Let's unlock this just to see if it's anything good. Oh, a crescendo. I think I've had this before, yeah. It's a bit of a slower, more powerful weapon. Like 1,575 damage, but it's quite slow, so it's not necessarily great. But you can see I got a 4-star there, and yeah, it's great. I really like it. I think it's a really cool music-based shooter. There's also this other thing called the Symphony of Souls, which you build as you play. And to be honest, I'm not really sure what it's for, because I play this game sporadically, like a little bit at a time every now and then. Like I'll play a few tracks just when I feel like it every now and then. And I guess I've forgotten what that's about. But that builds as you play songs and that sort of stuff. So there's a lot of, I guess the reason I wanted to show you was because there's a lot of elements to the game which kind of deepen it a bit. Like the whole editing the ship thing. That's really good because you can change that around and play it. You can even challenge yourself if you're so inclined and, you know, make it so that you're a bit weaker, or you're only firing to the front. And it may sound a bit silly to do that, but I actually think it's a lot of fun doing that sort of stuff, so I like those sorts of options. We've got regular kind of options. You can play with a controller and that sort of thing, but I find it much easier to play with a mouse because that's all you need. You just need to move with your mouse, and it's much more twitchy if you do use the mouse. So you can move a lot quicker and precise, I guess, than you can with a controller. I like being able to just kind of go whoop and zip across from one side of the screen to the other. But yeah, that's my shot at Symphony. I highly recommend you checking it out. Check out the description of this video for links where you can find out all the info and go get it for yourself and play it for yourself and have fun and play the leaderboards and stuff. There's a good selection of songs that come with it, so if for some reason you don't have a collection of MP3s on your computer, you'll be able to do it through this. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I think I'm done. If it looks like your kind of thing, or if you like this sort of game, or even if you don't, I think this is a good fun one to play. So please do check it out, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.